We're going to bring in Dr. St. Charles from the American Red Cross, who's been sitting by very patiently, so we appreciate you. We know you've just been kind of hanging out here at the edge of the desk, but no, happy to have you in and know you guys are doing great work at the Red Cross.
Yes, today is busy, as it is for everyone, but yes, we've been sort of preparing. We've had people here since Sunday, kind of building up the team, about 150 volunteers and staff just waiting, and now that we've had landfall, we know what areas are impacted and what people need help. Now we're starting to get out and deploy and deliver supplies, run shelters, whatever we need to do.
Yes, sir. That's the next question. Where are you zeroing in? Any place in particular?
We're zeroing in on those areas that had impact. So, you know, the Terrebonne Parish, of course, that's where the landfall was. So we have a team there preparing and assisting. We're listening to all of the issues with the pumping systems, and we're trying to decide if there's ways we can help in that area. You know, we are responding where the need is.
Yeah, very important. And I know you mentioned as well, so 150 volunteers on staff who are already in the process of working, but you told me when we spoke a little bit earlier that you could always use, more hands, and if not, if people can't get out there, donations as well.
Absolutely. I mean, what we do, the way the Red Cross model works is we have volunteers. 90% of our workforce, they're volunteers. They're people who come from parishes in Louisiana, they come from other states. These are people who are always responding, and we do the same when other areas are in need as well. So this is a time when the Louisiana, the New Orleans area, the River Parish areas, we need volunteers. So if you're interested, 1-800-RED-CROSS, redcross.org. And as you mentioned, these are none of the support that we provide is based on funds that we raise. We will be here no matter what, because that's part of our mission. But there are very generous citizens that understand that in order for us to be able to respond, we do need to keep the funding coming to keep the organization strong. Again, the funding that we seek or raise or whatever you call it, it's not to do anything. I mean, we will cover this event no matter how long we have to be here, no matter what it costs. We are here. And again, we are coordinating and flying people in from all over the country who want to be here. They want to be here to help.
Which is a logistical challenge for y'all to figure out.
Oh, it's a very big logistical challenge, because what happens is, as we all know, we have to stage supplies, we have to stage people, we have to stage equipment. And we staged, for this event, we staged them in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Not knowing where it would be needed. Now the trucks are moving. Now the vehicles are on the road delivering the support that's needed. It is but again, it's not something that we are shy away from. This is what we do. The Red Cross is always there the next day after the disaster.
And talk a little bit about being on the ground for anyone who maybe doesn't specifically know. I mean, you're not just providing meals, and you guys are doing a lot for anyone who has problems.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a long-term support that we provide. We do immediate needs, meals, shelters, water, and then we do damage assessment. We help individuals who cannot return to their homes to find more temporary or hopefully permanent locations. In Terrebonne, there were a lot of people still impacted by Ida. They're living in trailers. So, we had to work with those local officials to make sure that those people were in a safe space, a safe area. And we do mental, we just work with armed forces. We have veterans who, just think about it. People will lose their medicine. They'll lose their eyeglasses. They'll lose transportation to get to medical appointments. We work with those individuals as well. So it's a comprehensive support that we provide.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work and dedication.
Yeah, it does. With that being said, and I know that, the Red Cross is focused on making sure people who are affected by an emergency get the immediate help that they need. But as you just said there, you've been in an interesting position, because you've got a purview as to what recovery means contextually, where you're in areas where they're cleaning up today, but they're still cleaning up from 3 years ago.
That's correct.
So with that being said, in finding temporary housing for people who are already in temporary housing to get through a temporary storm, but they're permanent concerns. What do you think we need to do, and what are the conversations that need to be had from your perspective as one who understands logistics to get this show on the road?
Yeah, we believe that preparation is the key. We advise individuals how to prepare individually for themselves. We, on the other hand, are thinking about preparation from a much larger scale to address some of the issues you just mentioned. These are long-term issues that need to have solutions. Such as we make sure that we have lodging, we have permanent housing. Again, the sewage, we don't know what the solution will be. We may have to figure out how to do temporary restrooms. We may have to figure out how to provide water to areas that don't have water. The beauty of the American Red Cross is we are always figuring out how to help that disaster, because no disaster is the same. They're all different. They all have different components. Elected officials in various parishes have different needs. We are responding to those. We've moved past preparation. Now we're into recovery and making sure that people can really, return to some normalcy.
Yeah, well, we do appreciate the work that you all are doing. I mean, to have already crews who are trying to get out and about. And I know you said yourself that you were driving around looking at the need in our communities. So we appreciate what you're doing there and also coming in and taking the time to speak with us about it.
Right. Transportation is a big issue as well.
Okay.
If you have, we saw the pictures, people have lost their, you showed the water past the grill of the SUVs.
Yeah, that car's not moving.
That car's not moving. There are many, many cars will not be moving. If you have the need to get to a medical appointment, if you have the need to get to some place that's really life-saving, we can help you with that.
Sure thing. Dr. Kenneth St. Charles from the American Red Cross, we do thank you for your time. And Dr. St. Charles is one of the smartest people around, also well-versed, well-spoken, and that's because he is a St. Augustine High School Purple.
I knew that was coming.
Had to put that out there,
in the middle of it.
representing red today, but that blood is purple.
That's
Good
right.
to see you,
Absolutely.
good sir.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for your hard work.
Thank you for what you guys do
as well.